What's up, and welcome to episode 190 of Throwback Hoops. My name is Rob Clayton, and I'm joined as always by my main man, Woody V. What's happening, mate?
Always good to chop it up with you, Robbie. Back for another week, man.
Looking forward to introduce our very special guest. Before we do that, just a reminder to please make sure you like, rate, and subscribe on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcasts. And now to introduce this very special guest. Look, this is someone that I've had the pleasure of getting to know well through the years, commentating his games for the mighty Hills Hornets in the NBL1 East. It's a big Throwback Hoops welcome to the one and only Liam Moss.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good to be here. Thanks for having me,
mate. I know we talked about this a little bit, during the last NBL1 season, and really appreciate you giving up your time and coming on today. So, I think you're the third Hills Hornets person, so I probably should apologise for that. Probably we should have got you on first, but I know we did have Sean Montague in his season, and we did get Jay Kirisomi on last year, but I appreciate getting one of the OGs. I think from the men's and women's team, I think there's only about 3 or 4 people that have played all the seasons, and you're one of them.
We had TJ on as well when he was coaching.
Yeah, we had TJ as well before he defected. Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Nice. Well, as I mentioned, Liam, before we sort of get into it, we a big part of our show is sort of talking about some jerseys, right? I can see you rocking a nice old school jersey there. Why don't you maybe show us and talk a little bit about what you're wearing?
Yeah, I just got that old school, that Vince Carter jersey, Throwback Hoops with the pinstripes. To be honest, I never really wear too many jerseys, but this one's always kind of stood out to me a little bit. I just like the style. The look kind of goes with everything, and you can't go wrong with Vince Carter either. So
it is a nice one. Right, you're a Bulls fan though, right? Is that right?
I am a Bulls fan. Yeah.
I remember you telling me this is way past the Jordan stuff because you're not old enough for that. So it was more like the Derrick Rose era that you sort of got into?
Yeah. So when I started getting into ball, it was Derrick Rose was popping off. So here's what got me into Chicago.
What about now? You still following much, or?
Yeah, man, there's not been much to follow the
start of the year though, right? Yeah.
But no, they've been killing us so far. I think they only lost their first game yesterday, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I should say we're going to be putting this episode out in a week or so. So if we do sort of mention something yesterday or today, don't sort of be put off by that. We're sort of pre-recording this one and getting it out. But look, great to see Josh Giddey's going so well as well. Nice getting that triple-double as well. And mate, I said to Woody yesterday, if he keeps playing like this, he could be an all-star chance this year, which would be pretty special to see, right? So
I think the big thing for him is just he's just got an opportunity now to just be aggressive and fully unleash, not hold back, and it's paying dividends for the team because everyone's kind of rewarding off of it. So
he's got the keys for that team, right? So,
I
appreciate
playing with confidence as well.
Playing
with confidence.
We always love seeing a Vinsanity jersey, right, Wood? So
let me put Liam on the spot then, right? We do this, right? Who is the cousin of Vince Carter?
Tracy McGrady.
Yes, nice. I like it, man. I like it. Those two guys, iconic, and what they mean in the history of the game can't be understated, right?
I saw a video of T-Mac the other day, and he hit 80 three-pointers in a row. Just casually shooting at the gym, 80. T-Mac, 80 three-pointers in a row. Just seriously, I guess when you know you've got it right. So, Woods, why don't you take us away? I can see you're rocking a really nice-looking, bit of an old-school Cleveland Cavs jersey, but why don't you show us what you got today? Woods is standing up, rocking I think it looks like a City Edition, Cleveland Cavaliers, Matthew Dellavedova jersey.
Delly.
Yeah, this is the 2018 City Edition Delhi jersey. Reason I wore this jersey, Liam, is to ask you, 1998 you were born, right?
98.
Yeah, all right. We did our research, man. So I think you would have been around 15 as a teenager when Delhi got drafted, and then won a championship with LeBron. He's still doing his thing today. So I just wanted to ask you, growing up, watching a guy like that be successful, very unassuming, for him to make it as far as he has and had the career that he's had so far. What does that mean?
Sorry, I just conked out. You there?
Yep. Maybe I'll ask that question again.
Sorry. Oh, there we go. It's cool, especially for someone that's not overly athletic or overly talented. I think it's cool seeing someone that all the work that was put forward, that's what paid off. He did his homework in the film room, and obviously just a lot of hours in the gym, and just doing those little things that that you can control. you just see it just paid off, and then you just got to wait for that. Put yourselves in positions so when the opportunity does arrive, then it pays off, and then everyone really saw that in that finals against Golden State. Wanted him guarding the best shooter of all time, the best player on the other team. It really shows true to hard work does kind of shine through, and it can beat talent when talent doesn't work hard. So yeah, he's a good reflection of that.
And yeah, Robbie, to Liam's point, he's made the most out of his talents, right? And for him to have such longevity is testament to his character and his work ethic.
He kind of sums up that Aussie sort of, player, right? That sort of, just go out there and just give everything your all. You've got a bit of mongrel about him, plays pretty tough and everything like that. How many Delhi jerseys you got in this collection, Woods?
I got 6, man.
6?
Yeah. I got 2, 3 Cleveland ones. I got 2 Cleveland ones, Milwaukee, Melbourne United, a couple of Sydneys, I think. So yeah.
No Boomers one, just to round that.
Nah, 5 or 6, but I got a few. Yeah.
That's nice. All right, we'll appreciate that, fellas. I'll stand up and show you the one I'm wearing. This is a pretty new one.
I love it, man.
It's
Love
a pretty nice
Love
edition one of a current player that's pretty big. So I'll show you what I'm wearing today.
And Robbie, for those who can't see, to all our audio listeners, he's wearing the Wemby City Edition 2024 City Edition jersey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very different, this one is. I was looking through the collection. This one just sort of stands out from the colour there. You had much of a chance to watch Wemby there, Mossy?
Yeah, he's gone crazy. I think every time he steps on the court and people's jaws are just on the floor just to be able to witness, some greatness almost. It's kind of unfolding right in front of you. I think it's something special that is just ridiculous. I always praise. For myself, I always praise Kevin Durant with how tall he is and how well he's able to move, how quick he is, his footwork. And obviously Wemby's not as quick, but he's so much taller and he still moves so well, handles the ball. He's pulling up on a fast break from the logo, things like that. It's just silly. So it's cool to watch.
Could you imagine driving to the hoop and having Wemby in front of you? You might be all right, actually, because you put a lot of arc on your shots there, but man...
You need to put a lot of arc on that shot.
You need to put some extra income there, but you're right, it's some of those moves. That's it. I think he's worked on some of those handles in the off-season as well. Maybe he's always had it, just he's a bit more confident now, but yeah, the way he started off this season, San Antonio are a must-watch team. So
for sure.
Sort of wear this one. And apparently he's got a brother as well, so he's 16 or something, and he's 6'8" or something like that. I don't think he's got quite that hype that Victor's got there, but if his brother's half as good, he might be someone we see. So, all right, well, Liam, we also show a bit of the week. I'm a bit of a crazy NBA card collector, so this one's probably one that you might like a little bit here, Woods.
Okay.
So it is an NBA Panini 2021 Philadelphia 76ers Jonah Bolden auto card.
Oh, nice.
A nice card there. So, firstly, he looks so much like his dad, Bruce, on this card there. But what are your thoughts been on Jonah Bolden so far for Illawarra? You liking his game or not?
Been a bit disappointing, man, to be fair. I thought that Illawarra would be a good situation for him to go to, but the season's early yet. I think that getting JaVale McGee and Bolden to play alongside one another is something that they should look at a little bit more. Maybe start him at the 4th spot. Give him some more opportunity to play some more minutes, right?
I think that sums it up. I was probably maybe expecting a little bit more, but I guess if the team's underperforming a little bit, it probably shows all that with these sort of guys. So, all right, appreciate that, fellas. Well, now we're going to grill Liam for about half an hour, right? We're going to ask him all the hard-hitting questions that people have been wanting to ask him there. Nah, definitely that's not the case, Liam. We want to make you feel nice and welcome. So, Woods, why don't you take it away?
Yeah, sure. So, Liam, let's go right back to the start, man. You were born in Sydney, yeah?
Born in Sydney, yeah.
All right. So, you just took it away. So where did your basketball journey begin, and where did you first find a love for the game?
Okay, so I actually, taking it back even further, I grew up playing footy. Me and all my brothers, we all play footy. We played at a pretty good level too. We all played rep footy for Penrith, and in the off season,
rugby league, is it?
Rugby league, rugby league. So in the off season, we would always play Oz Tag or Touch or something like that, all the footy boys. But one year I think we either forgot to put a team in or we did it too late. So I had to find something else to do over the summer. One of the boys on my team was like, "Oh, I'm playing basketball," and I was just starting to get into NBA and 2K at the time. So I was like, "Oh, the stadium was right around the corner from my house." So I was like, yeah, like stuff it. Like I'll go try basketball for a season, see how I like it. And back then I was playing in high top Chuck Taylors. Like I was just I had no idea. But yeah, so I played the summer local comp. And then I ended up like really enjoying it each week, and I was picking it up really quickly. Um, and then by the time it came to the winter time, I was like, I kind of want to try the reps thing out, see if I can see how it goes, see if I make it, that kind of vibe. And because I went to a like sports school for footy, I was like, I'm still playing footy for school. So if I play basketball outside of school, it's not. I'm still getting the best of both worlds. So that's what I did, and then I tried out at the place I was playing local comp at for the rep team there, Hawkesbury Jets. And then I think I tried out for the 18s, and then I ended up getting pulled from 18s up into youth league. So I think I was like 15, turning 16. So I got pulled into the youth league playing Div 2 at Hawkesbury there. Played 3 years there. A couple of awards and things like that, and then ended up wanting to play Div 1. So I had a coach from North that asked me to come play over there. So I played at North Sydney Youth League for a season, and then it was just a bit too hard, like traveling all the time. So I ended up wanting to move closer to home, and then it was kind of between Hills and Penrith. But I went to the Hills trial, and I just loved the culture there and the people that I was around and the coaching staff and that. So I kind of didn't even bother trialing at Penrith, and and that's where it kind of all started. Yeah.
Mate, I want to rewind back and ask a little bit about this footy you were playing there. I don't know why I'm thinking, were you a winger or a centre, one of those positions? Or am I wrong?
Yeah, so it kind of depended on the team, but I was like fullback, wing, or 5'8", yeah.
Yeah, so you obviously still sort of follow the game and everything else like that, right?
Yeah. To be honest, I'll probably watch it more than basketball.
Yeah, fair enough.
I've got a lot of friends that play.
It's a quicker game to watch too, isn't it? Like,
yeah, for sure.
And so you mentioned sort of obviously, being more into your footy. So did you play any sort of basketball, even just, on the driveway or in the park or anything else like that?
Never.
Okay.
I didn't. Never touched the ball until legit right as I was about to start that summer league.
So when your homie called you and said, "Look, I'm starting this team," right?
Yeah.
That was the first time. That was your first foray into the game, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
That's pretty cool, yeah, because we always sort of ask, some of our guests, look, when did you start, playing, who were your early influences sort of thing, but that's an interesting story there. So when, sort of you were already sort of well within your teenage years before you started playing, so no, I appreciate that there. And look, obviously rugby league's loss is basketball's gain, as they say, right?
Yeah, I think I made the right choice. I mean, even to this day, I still miss footy, but I definitely think I made the right choice. So.
Nice.
Yeah, well, you did mention, I mean, you did cover this a little bit. My next question is, you started off playing for Hawkesbury and you moved to the Hills. You were 20, right? It was 2018 by my research, or did I get that wrong? Right?
Yeah, 2018.
Right. So you were 20 years old when you came there. What about those early years in Hawkesbury playing basketball, though, right? What are some of the most fond memories you have from that time, before you came to Hills, right?
Yeah, Hawkesbury. Yeah, Hawkesbury was a good time. Like, it was good. Like, it was, like, just full of, like, a team full of guys that just all got along. We always, like, if there was a road trip, we always stayed the night somewhere, and it was, like, good, like, cultural team, if that makes sense. Like, everyone, we did everything together. And it was definitely good for me, because, I was kind of a young talent, and the coach let me kind of do my thing and put a lot of confidence in me. And I feel like that's where it my identity kind of started. And then obviously I felt like I had a chip on my shoulder from then, because obviously no one really knew me prior to that. So, I'm a very competitive person. So anytime, we're coming up against a team that's got guys that have played state or anything like that, like I always wanted to kind of show and prove why I, deserve to be there. And I always thought, like, as a confidence thing, I'm like, I'm going out there thinking that no one's better kind of thing. So yeah, the 3 years at Hawkesbury were good, man. It was I think it was a lot of confidence building and putting. I think it was good too because I got the reins pretty early. I put a lot of things to practice in game. Some people don't have that luxury. They kind of sit on the bench, got to work their way into it.
For sure.
But yeah, I kind of just got the keys to the car and so.
And Moss, I'll tell you what, nothing's changed since those early days, right? That competitive spirit, I still see it every time I see you play, man. So it's good to see that fire is still burning after all these years. So that's great.
Yeah, nothing's changed.
Yeah.
And what about sort of after high school there? So I believe you were going to be going to the US to play college, right? What ended up happening to stop that from taking place?
Yeah, so I'd been over there a few times, and then I had a deal lined up. I was going to Anderson University in South Carolina, and then I think it was like 2-3 weeks before I was meant to leave. I was playing. So this was 2018. I was playing summer comp prem at Hills, and it was just after Christmas. I think it was like the first game back. And yeah, playing, it was like the last minute of the game. And someone threw like a full court pass, and then I like intercepted it to like keep it in. And I like landed on my leg, and it like, buckled in and out. And then I ended up injuring, my knee and having to have surgery and things like that. So, that kind of threw a spanner in the works. And I had to stay here because of it.
How was that like emotionally at the time? Because that would have been a big thing. You're about to sort of leave your family and go to the other side of the world. How was that sort of emotionally for you, just so close to before you were about to go?
Yeah, at the time it was tough. It's tough. Yeah. It was it's looking back on it now, like I'm kind of glad things went the way they did. But at the time, it's heartbreaking. You've put so much, time and effort and things to get yourself into a position where that's even a possibility, let alone having a deal lined up and ready to go. So it was definitely heartbreaking. But I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason. So even though it was hard to see at the time, but I can definitely see it now.
It's a good way to look at it. What would you have been studying if you'd have gone over there?
Oh, to be honest, I don't even know. I think I was like, all I was thinking about was basketball. So
yeah. You just wanted to go to some of those parties and drink from those red cups that you see in those videos and stuff, right? So,
to be honest, there probably would have been a little bit of that, but I was just more focused. Just straight basketball, straight hoops.
Nice. Well, look, I wanted to ask you a little bit about the NBL1 East there. So, for those that don't know, it did commence in 2022. And honestly, I've been honoured to share a little bit of this journey with you over these last 4 years, mate. How have you enjoyed these first 4 seasons with Hills and the NBL1 East? It's been pretty impressive so far to see this league continue to grow, right?
Yeah, no, it's been cool, man. Like I feel like because I played at the top level prior to NBL1, and it's just cool seeing the change year after year. It just kind of improves, even if it's just that slight bit each year. But from where it started to where it is now, it's huge, man. Like it's starting to feel like it's creeping away from the semi-professional and just be straight pro, because of all the talent that's in the league now. And it doesn't matter what conference that you're in. It's just it's all blowing up. So I'm really enjoying it, especially I've always wanted to play the best level and against the best competition. I think I can play with anyone. So I'm definitely glad that it keeps growing and it keeps showcasing all the different guys that are coming in, and just having the opportunity to play against some of the best players around.
How does it feel to be one of the old guys in the team now these days as well, right?
It's still so funny to me that like I'm in my 20s and I'm the old guy, and I feel like I've been the old guy for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But no, it's cool. Like I embrace being a leader in the team and trying to put us in a direction to make us successful. We haven't had the best of luck the last few years, but I definitely think we're changing things and starting to move things in the right direction. And good things are definitely going to come.
So,
Well, when we had Sean Montague on this show, he waxed lyrical about Moss and what a great teammate he was, and one of the most talented players he's played with. All this stuff, man. So, getting that feedback from your teammates it must be good to hear those kind of things, right?
Yeah, nah, for sure. Yeah, he's a cool dude, man. He's a great teammate and even better dude. You know, he's very humble guy. And he just gets to work in. I remember when he was playing with us, he was calling my phone sometimes like late at night, like 11:30 p.m., 11 o'clock. He's like, "Oh, can I borrow your ball? I'm about to go work out." So yeah, no, he definitely puts the work in, and it shows like come game day. But definitely, yeah, it's nice hearing those things because I feel like I try and do my best. To do things that help the team. So it's nice hearing that.
For sure, man. And your teammate Sean had some great highlights while he was here. But I want to ask you, what have been some of your personal highlights so far in NBL1 East? Maybe that playoff game at Canberra in year 2. Maybe that big dunk you did over in West this year that sent Robbie crazy on the microphone. Give us a vibe, man. Talk to us about some of the best moments that you've had, right, in the league.
Yeah, I mean the dunk's definitely got to be up there just because of I think the main thing around that was because it was a catch-up game, and it was played midweek. So all the photographers, all the videographers, everyone was there at that game. So to be able to do that on a night like that, it kind of made it more special because it got captured from every different angle, and it blew up quite a lot on the social. So that was definitely cool. I think playing. I don't know. I think there's games. It's more. I wouldn't say more individual moments, but when we get big wins as a team, and especially like games that we're going in as like an underdog, and we end up coming out with a win, things like that. I feel like I cherish those things more. But in terms of like individual results or individual highlights, yeah, the dunk, maybe the game winner against Illawarra a couple of years ago. But yeah,
I think I went crazy on the mic on that one as well. Right? I think I was showing that on the promo videos. That dunk you did, it was against Inner West, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So you went down the court sort of thing. I literally jumped up, and because all the cords were in, everything sort of came unplugged and everything else like that. But I mean, look, I knew you could dunk. I'd seen you dunk before, but man, you just sort of took off, and yeah, that was a great play, right? That must have given you some pretty good confidence after that.
Yeah. It's funny because I don't like get the opportunity to go for it much. I think people don't actually realize that I can like jump a little bit. So when I do get up and go for it, like I think it definitely shocks some people.
I'll tell you what, Liam. You talked about that camaraderie that you had with your junior teammates on the road. Playing in the summer with your boys, footy and Oztag and whatever. So when you gave me that answer just then about it's not one individual moment, it's the feeling in the locker room with the fellas after a big win, right? That goes back to all of those things that you had growing up, man. So those values that you learned growing up still exist today as well. So I'm not surprised to hear that answer from you. So awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like it's cool when everyone's getting around it. And I mean, even when there's individual highlights, all the boys get around me. But I definitely, I think the team moments mean more to me for sure.
Says a lot about your character.
So I've got to ask you, Liam, on the back of that dunk we spoke about, I reckon that may have been some revenge over the Inner West Bulls. Let's rewind back to 2023, and you know where I'm going to go with this one, right? So there was a poster dunk over you that year by, who ended up becoming your teammate in Chris Bryant there. This one was all over socials, right? And I think it might have been the first game of the season.
First game of the season.
Yeah. What are your memories on that one? And do you regret trying to sort of take that charge on that play? And you should have just done the bullfighter thing, right?
Yeah, I never forgot that one. I copped a lot of heat. I had to have my head down for a little bit after that. I was copping it left, right, and center. But to be honest, in that play, I was what you can't really see from the camera angle, that Alex Higgins-Titcher was on the other side. And he's obviously, he's in the NBL now. He plays for Cairns. He's a high flyer,
Yep.
gets a lot of dunks in the game. So I kind of backpedaled to take away his flight path. And then right as I did that, CB put his head down. And then as I went over, I was just a little bit too late. So yeah, it's one of those things. I don't really like care in terms of in the game. And if you like see me play, you'd know like I go up and contest whatever. So I pretty much do that every single time, and I've only been dunked on that one time.
Did you and CB end up having a bit of a laugh about that when you were telling us?
No, he was pretty cool, man. He didn't really bring it up. He never really brought it up. He was.
What was he like as a teammate? Because he was a character, right? He'd be out in the warm-ups and he'd have his music going and he'd be in his own little zone there. But man, he could play the game, couldn't he?
Yeah, no, he's definitely a character. He's definitely good at bringing the fans in and giving them something to watch and giving a energy to the team. So that was cool, man. Something that we hadn't had.
Yeah.
Well, Moss, you talked about wanting to go up against some of the best, right? The NBL1 has given you the opportunity to do that. So let's talk about some of the big names that were in the league this year. So we can talk about Kadee, Bales, Hickey, Galloway, Noy. I mean, we've already touched on the growth of Todd Blanchfield as well, right? Getting it done. So talk to us about the general growth of the NBL1 East, and what was it like playing against some of these guys that I just mentioned this season that are now in the NBL, playing in the NBL, right?
Yeah, I was a bit unlucky this season. I didn't get to go up against Toddy and McDowell White and Kadee and Galloway just because I got injured in that Bankstown game. The next game was Illawarra, so I had to miss that game, unfortunately. So, but it's cool, man. Like I've it's always like a challenge for me to always, obviously because I had that injury and whatnot. So every time I do go up against someone that's, a higher caliber player, I always try and have a little, keep that competitiveness going and see where I kind of sit and really push myself and try and see if I can, challenge them as well. And hopefully finish the game with a little bit of respect. But it's cool. All the different guys that are playing in there now. Like they're all bringing something different. They've all got their own fans that are coming to the games and bringing more eyes to it. So it's definitely cool, man. And I embrace it. And definitely look forward to the challenge each time it comes around.
We look at guys like Dellavedova, Hickey and Buwali Bales. I mean, they had summer league tryouts, literally a month after playing Hills this year. So, I mean, I know looking back from that very first season, there was a couple of guys that had been on the fringe of NBL or guys that had played like 5 years before, but real sort of, bench player type roles. But to get some of these guys like Woods mentions, like guys like Kawat Noy, he won the 6th Man of the Year last year. Dellavedova, Hickey should have been the finals MVP. Todd Blanchfield's done everything in the game, as did Jason Lee before he retired. So you wonder what next year's going to be like. If these budgets continue, we might get some more players like this, I hope.
Yeah, I think it only is gonna build. I think after this season, it really put the East on the map, and it really highlighted the talent that's here, as well as the guys that are joining. And then it kind of even showcased it even more through the Nationals, Canberra winning it all.
Right, so exactly right.
I don't think there's anything that anyone can say about the East now. So the best team in the country came from the East. So and even with that, they didn't even have an NBL player, did they? So
no. Hey, talk to me about that Canberra team, Mossy. They were super impressive, right? Obviously, Glenn Morrison, Will Mayfield. They've got some really good players there. Were they one of the better teams that you guys faced last year? Do you think?
Yeah, I mean, year in year out, they're the standard. You come to expect it every time you verse Canberra. They're really well coached, and they just play basketball the right way. The guys come in and they're ready. They inject themselves when they can, and they don't they take things amongst themselves, and they don't sit back and wait for things to happen. They make things happen. So and plus they've also got really talented guys as well. You got Will Mayfield and Glenn Morrison and Tui and Amelia Fonwu and all that.
Let me ask you a question about Glenn Morrison, right? When the Kings got some injuries this year, right, and they needed a backup center, they went and got Hunter Goodrick as a backup center. Me and Robbie were of the volition that Glenn Morrison deserved that opportunity, right? So thought maybe I'd throw that question to you because you obviously play in the East. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, it's no shade to Hunter because he's a talent too, and he's young. He's doing his thing, and he killed it in the East this year too.
Yeah, he did.
Great
Big numbers. Yeah.
But yeah, I think big Glenn Morrison. He's a definitely in terms of like playing in the East. He's a force, man. He's a dynamic that not a lot of teams have the luxury of having, and he not only just a talent, but he works on the court. He plays a lot of minutes, and he's very fit. And I think that's something that doesn't go that goes a bit unnoticed. He's very fit for his size, and
he's a good guy as well. I got
yeah,
a lot of time
yeah.
for him. He obviously
seems
missed
like
that game.
A great teammate as well.
Yeah, 100%. He's always the first guy. Well, he actually didn't play against us this year, which was probably doing us a favour. He didn't have to run into any big screens that he said or anything else like that. But I wanted to ask you though, Mossy. So look, obviously Hills finished off this season in 11th spot with an 8-12 record. So the top 8 make the finals there. It feels like with a couple of unlucky results that we had there. What was your sort of take on this last season? How did you sort of rate it?
Yeah, it was a bit of a learning curve. I definitely think like there was a couple of disruptions throughout the year that didn't help. Like players, leaving and having holidays and things on, and players coming in, and there was a bit to adjust to. And even from the start, there's a few new players coming in, all while we're trying to set a new foundation at Hills. So it was definitely a learning curve, and I definitely think the talent on that team, and we underperformed. I definitely think we were much better than what we showed in some of the games, because there were games there where it did come together and it looked really good. Like there wasn't a lot some teams could do with this, but it was just it was a bit of a shame that we couldn't put it all together consistently enough to get ourselves into the finals. But I definitely saw it as a learning curve, and especially for me because I was slight different role than I was used to. So it was just a bit of an adjustment, but try to make it work as best I can.
Yeah, you played a little bit off the bench last season. Are you sort of okay with that? It doesn't really sort of matter. You're always the closer. You hear me say that on the call all the time. The closer's out on the court now. But how does that sort of adjust to that role? You've sort of coming off the bench, and you okay doing that, obviously? Or?
Yeah. So like obviously like I said, I'm very competitive, so I never am content with whether it's coming off the bench or whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, the coach is a coach, and if he sees something that I don't, and I'll just put my head down and do what I can to help the team win. But like I said, I'm pretty I'm not content with just where I'm at. I've always want to get better and try and do more. So I'm still I want to work. If I want to work back into the starting lineup. But whatever it will be, and I'll just continue to work hard and do my thing.
I think he just said he wanted to be a starter, right?
Yeah. I mean, you can't. I mean, if you ask any player,
Yeah, for sure, man.
they're not going to say I want to be a
for sure
player, but
unless his name's Jamal Crawford, then he'll be like, "Nah, man, I'm coming off the bench," right?
Jamal Crawford or Lou Will or something. Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you about Coach Reese Potter. That's what I want to do. It's obvious watching the games that you and Coach Reese Potter have a great relationship, Liam. What's it like to play under Reese, and how would you say his coaching style is?
Yeah, it's cool. Like it's good. I think he's got a good eye for the game. We have a good player-coach relationship. I feel like that where we can discuss things, whether it's in a team setting or one-on-one. Try and bend each other's ear a little bit, but he's what you want in a coach. He's direct, and if he thinks you need to do something better, he'll let you know. If you feel like there's something that could be different or you feel like could be better, then he's always open to hear it. And I think that's something that every coach should kind of look to having. I think it's good to have a good player-coach relationship to where you can challenge each other to get each other better in a sense.
The two of you built a relationship over years, right? He's signed on for another year now, so it's good that you've got that bond that's built over time. So
Yeah, no, for sure. I think it's been, I don't even know, like 5.
Yeah.
I think
Five
you coached
years.
last year at Waratah, didn't you, before NBL1 started?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah. No, cool. Well, definitely wanted to ask you, Mossy. So obviously you're married to another Hornet star. Shout out to Taylor.
Yeah.
Sure
Yeah.
she's probably in the background doing something there. I know we're not supposed to have favourites in the commentary box, but yeah, we absolutely love the way Taylor plays, mate. Her defense just unbelievable when she comes on.
Yeah.
How did you guys meet? Was it sort of through the club? Yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
So she started at Hawkesbury as well. So she was a local to the Hawkesbury Stadium, and we actually met before basketball. We went on a date back when we were like 12. Yeah, it was. Yeah, long story short, it went horribly, and then we didn't really talk after that. And then, yeah, next thing you know, I ended up playing basketball, and then she was already there, and we started seeing each other around, and nothing happened straight away. But yeah, after seeing each other around more, and we kind of took a liking to each other and watched each other play, and we've been together for a little while now, since I think my last year with them.
Hey, I want to know more about this date when you were 12. So this is like one of those, milkshakes with 2 straws.
You don't want to
type
know
thing,
more
or-
about that.
Okay, so it didn't go well. So you're probably lucky she gave you a second chance then, right, by the sounds.
You know what was funny? It was actually meant to be a double date, and my mate pulled out last minute, and it was me and her friend.
Ooh, that's
And then back then, being 12, I was like, even better, me and 2 girls, I'm gonna look cool, going to the movies. But then, it was bad. It was bad.
So you're not going to tell me you're sitting in the middle and you did the arms around both of them, right? Come on.
Yeah, no, it was more like I was eating my popcorn, and that was it. I was just slurping my drink, eating my popcorn, and trying to just wait for this movie to be done with already.
What movie was it?
In the same, I couldn't even tell you. Because that night wasn't very memorable.
Fair enough. Well, look, Mossy, we want to hit you up with some quick hit questions
Yeah,
to finish
let's
this
do it.
off, right?
Let's do it.
All right, some quick hit ones. So, who would you say you're closest with on the team?
In a team now, oh geez,
Yeah.
I'd say probably Pace.
Nice. Best import you've played with on the Hornets so far?
Man, best import. Probably Zach. Zach.
Yep. All right, so now this one. So I'm always talking about both Marvin Fidel and Saxon Orsini when I'm commentating there. Love the way those two guys play on the defensive end. Which one of those two would have the most chance of locking you up, would you say?
You said who?
Marvin Fidel, Saxon Orsini. Who's the more chance of locking you up there? You can say neither if you want, but I want to know
Don't be
who would
silly.
have the most
Don't be
chance.
silly. Nah, neither of them.
Neither of them? All right,
Neither
fair
of
enough. Fair enough.
Neither of them.
Is there anyone that you think would give you a better run for your money out of those ones? Are they probably the two best that they could throw at you there? Or?
Nah, it doesn't matter.
Nice. I like that answer.
It doesn't matter.
This is one, it's almost like the job interview one there, Mossy. So I want to ask you, so what's a skill or part of your game that you would like to improve on for this next season? Could be anything.
I'd like to improve on. I always try and, when I get to the off season, try and reflect and think about things that I lacked or didn't do enough of, or I think like off the court, a bit more leading off the court in terms of bringing the team together, things like that. I think especially with we've had a few people come and go over the last few years, so with new players coming in, I think it's important to build that camaraderie and that culture and that togetherness. So that's something that I feel like I want to improve on this next coming season. In terms of on the court, I think just building. I think I set a good base this year. Felt like I was pretty consistent. I think I just want to keep building off of that and just keep leading the team as best I can. And just being. I think a good part of my game this year was being like efficient as well. Especially coming off the bench, like coming in and bringing that efficiency to the team.
Nice, I appreciate that, mate. Look, I had to get a question in there. Obviously, our daughters have developed a pretty good little relationship on game day, right? So shout out to little Vivian there who's just turned 3. Obviously, Emily, who Viv calls Elamy there, which is always pretty cute. So, mate, I'm always hearing about Viv. Emily can't wait for next season. She's worried that Viv's going to sort of forget about her in this off season, but yeah, I'm sure she's looking forward to get her out there. How has that changed your life, having a 3-year-old daughter now?
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool, especially like seeing her and how she is around basketball, and that she loves going every time. We say that it's time to go to basketball. She gets excited, and she even asks, is Ellamy going to be there and things like that. So it's cool, like especially because I didn't grow up in basketball, so it's cool seeing her do that. It makes me proud, but it's a cool thing. It makes me. I mean, we had her like young, but it almost makes me wish I did it sooner. I love being a father, and
it's awesome.
Yeah, both at home and being able to lead by example, and basketball as well. So, it's cool, man. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
It's one of those things. It doesn't matter what sort of day you've had, right? You come home and they're just so happy to see you. They don't care if you've had a bad day or a bad game, whatever it might be, right? They just bring all that joy there. So we can't wait to have her out there cheering you on next season. I'm sure Emily and her will, do the pom-poms and do the cheerleading stuff when you guys run out. So that was awesome. So, mate, we'll just get into a bit of an outro, but look, it's been awesome kicking it with you. As I said, this has kind of been something I've wanted to do for a while now. And yeah, you've been a great guest there. So, as I mentioned at the start of the show, please make sure you like, rate, and subscribe on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcasts. You can also follow and pledge some support to us on Patreon if you'd like to do that. One thing we always like doing with our guests there, Mossy, is get them to give a bit of a plug, right? So maybe you can talk a little bit about your business there, right? Here's your time to sell yourself, right?
Yeah, no. So I'm self-employed. I'm a barber. I have a studio at my home. I've been barbering for about 7-8 years now, almost 8 years, I think. And I did my time through the shops, and I've been head barber. I've been educator, done stuff all over the country, and now I'm just working from home. I got my own little studio set up, and it's just what I'm doing now. I'm working on doing my own education for barbering. I'm working on that at the moment. So working on making like an online platform where I can sell videos and courses and things like that, plus also do like in-person education. So that's something that I'm working on. But at the moment I'm just steady, just busy working at home in my studio, and I don't know, 6 days a week, 5-6 days a week. That's what I do.
And Liam, do you have like a website or something for people in the area that they might want to?
Sure.
Yeah.
I have a booking link that's posted up on my Instagram page. That people usually use to do that. My Instagram handle is m0ssy.l, so mossy.l. So that's where you can find that at.
Awesome. Thanks,
Hey,
Mossy.
Woods, you're big on all your hair, fashion, and stuff like that. I can see you.
Yeah, man. Someone needs to give me a fade, right? So maybe I'll call Mossy next time for my fade, right?
I got you.
We'll leave it with you. Woods, any final thoughts or anything like that?
Now, I've been wanting to do this for a while, man. I come to all the games. I'm usually at the bar while he's commentating, but I loved watching you play, man. And we like to support the community. We've been part of this community our whole lives, man. So thanks for everything you've done to support Hills basketball. Thanks for making the time to come on the show today. And really wish you the best for next season. We'll be there supporting, yeah?
Yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, it doesn't go unnoticed either. Like, we see you guys every game. Obviously, Robbie, you're commentating, but we see you guys pulling up, and you got the jersey on every week. And
for sure.
We see you guys, and we love all the support that we can get. Obviously, if we can keep building on that and try and pack that stadium out, that's what will be ideal. And then we'll just do our best to put on a show for you guys. So. And get some wins while we're doing it.
For sure.
And some more of those dunks as well if you want to do some of those.
Nice. Pull them out my back pocket.
Well, really appreciate it, mate. Just to let everyone know, so we are going to be taking a week off next week. I'm having a well-deserved bit of a holiday there, so we're just going to take a week off. But look, we'll certainly be back after that. But just another huge shout out to Liam Moss for joining us on the show. It's been great having you, mate. And peace out from the Throwback Hoops crew.
Peace.
Appreciate it.